Keep it copacetic. Hello, hello, hello. We are live. I have my awesome co-hearts, counterparts, whatever you want to call them. Lisa
Go
Ann,
parts.
Kingston, co-parts, whatever. Everybody in here so far, thank you for coming. I know that these days are crazy with all the drama going on, man, but this is not here. Today we want to talk about 9/11, where you were, what were you thinking, what were you doing, and how did that affect you? So what I like to do, Kingston, is tell you where I was at that day. I
Yeah,
remember I was here.
I'm
I remember
interested. I want to.
I was watching the news in the morning, and I was like, I thought they were replaying something. Then all of a sudden it was like 8:24, the first one hit, boom. And the next thing you know, by that time, people were calling people and nobody knew what was going on. By the time the second one hit, man, I was just like, just because on American soil, but I knew what that was about. I knew what that whole thing was about, man. That was about a guy who we trained and he masterminded to put this thing together. A lot of that was for the president that was there at the time because of, his father and other stuff that went on. And to be honest, a lot of it was, if you think about it, Afghanistan, oil. There's so much that us as voters and people that don't know what goes on, but there's so many lives lost. I'd like to take a moment of silence just for all the people who've been lost and the victims. And like Lisa Ann said before we came on here, there's still so many people that's dying from mesothelioma or whatever, and all the debris and the inhaling and so many firefighters, man. It's a
Yeah, it's a
shame. So
very good point you made. I really didn't think about that much.
yeah, one moment of silence for those people, and then we'll get back at it. Man, that's crazy. Um, you know, I think Kingston. Let me ask you a question. Do you remember where you were at when this happened?
Yeah, for sure.
You
Yeah, I
do?
was. Yeah, oh
You
yeah.
were a young
Dude,
buck, man.
everybody you ask, as long as they're like, over a certain age, everyone's got to remember where they were. I was
Wow.
I was in my middle school, eighth grade math class. I think it was math class, or but we had these little TVs in the corners of our rooms. I can't remember if one of the teachers came in and told my teacher what was going on, and we're all in eighth grade, so I don't really understand or think we knew all the gravity of everything yet. But they did let us out of school early that day. I don't know if I took the bus home or got picked up, but then I remember watching it with my mom, my brother. My dad was out working, but yeah, we were just watching all the coverage and stuff, I guess, and stuff that day. Man, it was just a crazy day.
Lisa, before I asked you what was going on or what happened and what took place, can we just verify for everybody? Because me and you spoke yesterday. There's nothing that can affect this friendship. I just want people to know that. I don't care where Lisa goes. Don't send me messages telling me which I don't give two craps. She saw the email. I told her. One thing I'll never do is tell you where to go, what to do, what to think. And just like what happened here, man, so many people with this 9/11 thing have had their own conspiracy theories and have all these notions of what took place, what didn't take place. At the end of the day, remember one thing when that happened, what does our country do? All the division, but once something happens, everybody came together, man. It didn't matter black, white, green, or orange. Those paramedics, those firefighters rushed right in there. They didn't care who was there. They ran in there to help no matter who was there. It wasn't about, oh, I'll grab this guy, he's white, I'll grab this guy, he's black. No. And that's what we got to do better as a whole, man. And that's why you don't see me engage in bull crap, because there's nothing good ever comes out from it, man. And the people that want to start stuff and do stuff, even with this 9/11, there were so many things that were said. You have to do your homework, like I said yesterday. Educate yourself so you can decipher the difference.
Yeah,
But Lisa Ann, where were you at when it happened? Do you remember?
So I actually remember it very vividly. We were in history class. A teacher came in and let our history teacher know what happened. They turned on the TV. I was on my way to math class, and all we did that day, because we were there the full day, they didn't let us go home early in high school,
Okay.
but we did nothing but we watched the footage. So
Yeah.
it was crazy. It's like you remember it that it happened
Are you in
yesterday.
Ken? Are you in Kensington right now? What are you doing?
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. I'm sure everyone remembers every second, like every minute of like, that afternoon, you know?
Mm-hmm. Morning, Sessa. But yeah, and then you go home and you watch the footage at home. And my mom's company was actually headquartered at the time out of the trade center. So their company was in um
On one of the
on one of
floors.
the floors. So there for a while she didn't know what was going on, like if she still had a job. And thankfully it all worked out for us when it was done, because the company that she worked for that was contracted out ended up hiring her in full time through them. So it helped her out, but it's crazy.
That's my
Yeah.
friend, man. She just called me. She's for all you people to think you have it so bad and whine every day. She's literally in her addiction down in Kensington. I said, well, I didn't want to say it on there. I said, what happened? And she's like, I don't know. I went down there one day. Now she's been down there for 3 months. That's what happens in Kensington, man. People get lost. Like, doesn't matter if you have a place to sleep or not. But you know what she just told me? She said, I got to do something. I'm going to die. I said, why? She goes, all the tranquilizer or that trank shift, Kingston, is coming out of her skin. So now she's getting all the holes. She's like 100 pounds soaking wet, man. So that's Hardwire. What's up, brother? He said, I woke up with a, oh, wow, shit, on 9/11. Damn.
I tell you what,
That's
and every year on the anniversary, I'll wake up, I'll put whatever on, and it just brings up the emotions of like that day of like I feel like I was in eighth grade class again. It kind of brings it all up, and you know, uh, man, and
Look
then
at this.
here we are,
Oh, you can tell.
23 years later, bro. It's nuts. And
I just want
coach,
to say, I got to say this to people here, man, because I'm not going to get into a tangent, but whoever's here, thank you. At least Ann knows me. The people that are whatever talking about me right now, I don't care, but I have to say this. I never will make you pick a side, go where you want, do what you want. I don't care. That's not what I'm about. I'm very confident and content in my life. I don't need to be a little sourpuss and be mad at everybody that goes to another chat. So I know a lot of people aren't coming in here because I've been getting a ton of messages. It's a shame this has to take place. That, I have to say this. Two people can't just separate, go their own ways. I wish their best. I'm not saying nothing, but everybody's talking about me. I feel bad for the subscribers that have to go through
Mm-hmm.
that. But I'm going to tell you right now, do what you want. As long as you come in here, I appreciate the people that are standing by me because I saw the Reddit ads. Reddit is defending me. And for everybody defending me too, thank you. I never asked you to pick a side. Not like other people. I don't ask you what chat to go into. But I had to say that because there's so much. Kingston, you don't even know what's going on. I don't even want to bore you with that. But I don't care. Nothing affects me. You know what affects me? When I see people abusing people, bullying people, making fun of people, putting people down, and then people try to change their life like, oh, that's not me. I never did that. Well, it's a good thing about this internet, and to be honest, I'm not going to spend time on it. I just want to say thank you to everybody supporting me. It really means a lot. I know that it's hard because once they come in here, Lisa, and they got to worry about being under attack. I've never done that to nobody or
Mm-hmm.
subscribers. So to everybody in here, thank you. It means a lot.
I really
One of
wish
the
people would
go
consider like the big picture with what happened with 9/11. It's like
that's all I'm
pettiness.
saying, man.
There's no place for it because so many people lost their
Esty
lives
Johnson
that
saying,
it just, I don't want to fight. I don't want to have a disagreement with anyone. I just want to support
no,
people.
and the thing is, Lisa Ann, You go to whatever chat you want. That doesn't bother me. The thing that bothers me is we have a thing like 9/11 that took place 23 years ago.
Mhm.
People didn't get it that quick. It's over. Something can happen. And there's so many people on here that's acting like content creators, not appreciating something. Like, I'd like to see everybody on YouTube today who wants to run their mouth do something like this.
Yeah, don't do
Remember
it
the
for a
people.
day, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
remember the people that fall. That's what I'm asking for today. No drama. If you want to come at me tomorrow and say whatever, wait till tomorrow, man, or do whatever you feel. But anybody who acts unaccordingly on a day like this really shows who you are and what you're about. Because I remember when that happened. I remember seeing all those people coming together, helping each other.
Mhm.
At least, hey, you know me, man. We talked last night. My phone, I told you shit went on, but me and Lisa Ann, like so many people are trying to put a wedge, man. I just don't know why. And one more thing I'll say. Don't ever try to make Lisa Ann pick sides and make her go whatever or talk about her for what? She's been a great friend to everybody, to me. She's known other people here before me. So
Mhm.
let's just try to be kind today, man, because uh, it's not a it's not even about YouTube. Kingston, what I think it's about, even like when you see these people 9/11 who disrespect stuff, like these people don't really understand that this could happen anywhere, any place, anytime. And it could be one of our loved ones, God forbid, that could have been in those towers or something. Like, you know damn well, Kingston, and I'm sure you would agree with me that when stuff can happen, it can come close to your doorstep. You never know. Like, be the best out of your life, man. Like, you're not impressing anybody being on YouTube, talking
yeah,
about
like look
people,
at
doing a whole stream bashing somebody. Every time you do a stream bashing anybody, you know you're telling the world, I'm a weak person, I'm insecure, and I care what they think about me. And that's not the message that I put out here. I want you guys, don't worry about what people think about you. People are always going to talk. But on a day like this, we have to come together. And yo, because Lisa Ann, I got a message last night after we talked, an email. Somebody say, yo, are you and Lisa Ann fighting? Fighting? Come on, guys, get
We
people
over
never
that.
don't even
fought in the 2
entertain.
years we've been friends, but I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
appreciate both you and Jules letting people know that I'm able to go where I want to, and I
Yeah,
can
you
support
go.
who I want to,
Yeah,
and
damn
look at
straight.
those trolls.
Listen, I don't even have a beef with said person. I don't even know what the hell. I don't even know where. I don't know where all of a sudden I became a monster. But I'll tell you, on a day like this,
I
we're
wouldn't
just
even
going to keep.
engage it, bro. You know what I mean? These people
No,
are
no, but
so below you guys. They're not playing on the same playing field
no,
as
and
you
that's
guys.
why
They're not
we'll.
playing by the same
Yeah, we'll
set of
just end
rules,
it
you
on
know?
that. But it's just like on a day like today, Kingston. I hope we don't see any of that. Not about me, about
Well, yo,
anybody.
real
Like,
quick. I mean,
go
let's
ahead.
let's compare it to what's going on in politics with what's going on here in YouTube
Man,
and politics.
sorry.
Look, yesterday, we had a Republican versus Democratic debate. You know, that's what that is. Then you look on today, you see Kamala Harris, and then Biden, and then some other politician, and then Trump. They're not sitting there fighting with each other today
No,
because
they're
we're
at the. That's what I was saying. Good segue, bro.
so that's what I mean. You don't always have to fight and bicker. Sometimes we need to come together for the greater
Mhm.
good. That's
Or
why. That's why I hate the
go.
whole red and blue thing. I wish we could take the good ideas from the blue, the good ideas from the red,
Mhm.
and
Go
kind
down.
of
That's
bring it in and mesh it together. I mean, we're
yeah,
spending so
man.
much time dividing and fighting when we could actually be implementing things on both sides. And it's I don't know. It's just
It's a shame, bro, because you know why? It's not even about me or nobody else, because I can take whatever comes my way. But it's about the fact that people really think that, and I'm being honest, Lisa, we've had this conversation a gazillion times. Like today on a day like 9/11, I'm just telling everybody in here, watch the communities. Don't take my word for it. Anybody you see today bashing anybody or doing a live about somebody else, I
Mhm.
don't care who it is. That's not the kind of people that, no, I don't even say that's not the kind of people you should follow. What I'm saying is educate yourself and find out, because anybody doing that today has no respect for human life or anything else. Because, like he said, these guys are fighting on the debate stage last night. I just seen it. You got Kamala Harris, Biden, Trump. I just see it. Was Obama there? I don't think I
I
seen
wasn't
Obama.
paying attention
Mhm.
that
I
great.
don't think
Yeah, I
so.
seen it. It was Kamala,
Yep.
Biden, Trump, and they were next to each other.
Yeah.
So if they can put their differences aside to have a memorial, why can't most people on here before they start doing all that have a little respect for each other look, if you're going to agree to disagree and move on, not everybody has to like each other. But what I think after 9/11, I think that left a taste in some people's mouth to like, be racist to other countries or have some kind of like stereotypical view on people when it's just like here, man, people pick and choose who they like, who they don't like. Get to know people, educate yourself. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to other content creators. Make your own assessment. That's my whole message. Don't me, Kingston Lee saying we can't tell you what to do. And I hate when people say that, oh, well, I had to do this. No. When you're a grown adult man or woman, you have the right to do whatever you want, man, and pick your poison.
Yo, listen, we can't be upset. Hey, if I'm not even going to put a number out there, say it's 3 people, say it's 1,000 people. If they don't want to be here, they don't have to be here. There's fucking billions of people on YouTube. We don't need to go back and forth with
No,
these
exactly.
people.
Good
Like
point.
you said, you don't even know these people in real life,
And that's the reason why what Ceci said. People have lost loved ones.
see,
Yeah,
that's
look at
what we got to
this.
concentrate on, like the 9/11 stuff, because it
No, no,
affects
no. We're
everybody.
fine. Look,
No,
Kingston, that
yeah.
had to be said. That had to be said because you know what? There's been a lot of misinformation about me. People, I've even heard people saying that I'm trying to control whatever people's doing. I've never done that. So let's move on. I just wanted to say that so you guys know. Go wherever you want, do what you want. But anybody you see today doing something like a negative or mentioning names and talking about people or lying that other people are saying names when they don't, that's somebody that's really no matter what you can do, you can't help people like that. But look at Cesar. He said that he has, you know, he says, I lost a cousin, nice woman. She left kids behind too, everybody. Man, like,
I wonder if anybody else in the chat had anybody directly.
yeah, anybody else?
I mean, I know a lot of people that went, because I'm about like an hour 15 from New York City. So all of our fire departments shot out there, from Fairfield, Connecticut, everywhere. I mean, everybody was driving out there trying to help. Can you imagine that, man?
Listen, I'm not going to comment on the
I
debate
just give it up
because,
to all the fire.
yeah, I'm going to do this though.
No, I was just going to say, think about all the people running away from what's going on, and all the guys and the volunteers and the firemen going towards that. And then I heard stories of firefighters
Yeah,
going up
you're right,
staircases,
Hardwire.
knowing they're not going to
Thank
be able
you.
to get back down, but they're trying to accompany and help people. I mean, just so many selfless people, and
It's like, when you see them running into a building and they don't know who they're saving or what they're going for, could be the enemy, not the whoever. That's what I'm saying. Like even tomorrow, these whoever like doesn't like people, whatever. Like most people are unselfish at a time like that. So you got to say to yourself, why can't us as a country be like that? Respect everybody. And I think that the controversy and the negativity makes so much money. That's why because look, if you look at the old politicians and you look at the old, I'm not saying it was right, but when you look at the way they used to do it, what I did like though is when they came out of the debate last night, they shook hands. I thought that was cool, but a lot of it is look, we don't have guns protecting us every day. We don't have health care and all this stuff. The politicians, I don't trust none of them to be honest. I think they're all joke. No, because how could something like this happen on 9/11?
they
Like,
care
how,
about their immediate
And it didn't
family
just
and then
happen
their bank
once. I
account.
believe it happened twice too.
three to that day, it happened 4 times. They
What
went,
Trade Center?
then they did the trade center in 1991, I think it was too.
93. I think it was 93.
Sweaty, I know who you are, Sweaty.
I think
Lisa,
they
you
had
know who
like
Hey,
Sweaty is?
Sweaty.
You know who
bomb
Sweaty is?
Uh-huh.
You really
Yeah,
know who
Sweaty's
Sweaty
a
is?
sweetheart. I don't know her real name, but
Okay, well,
I know she's a
you don't
sweetheart.
have your phone on you. I'll tell you, Sweaty, Sweaty's funny.
Yep, like after today, not mentioning
Move on
anything
and let
on
it
it.
go or touch on it and allow thoughts and feels. Like, no, Jen and Barrett, I hope you don't feel like that because I've never asked anybody to do anything. I want everybody to be your
You
own
just wanted
person.
to make it clear
Yo,
that
you know what's
we're
crazy?
not fighting. We're still going to be friends.
I was talking to my son, and every few years they update history books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
9/11's like in the history books and stuff now.
Oh,
So
it's
like,
in it now?
yeah, so like you're in a textbook in class reading up on it and stuff. It's
That's
it's
weird.
amazing. Something that we all lived through is in
Mhm.
a textbook now. Like,
And that tells you about our history is that usually we're reading about the past and now we're a part of that history.
Yeah. I
And we're
mean,
going to
look,
dictate history. That's why, like, this whole political movements and this and that, like, it's just like on here, like you said, our grandkids are going to see videos of us. This is all going to be saved and documented and stuff. So it's like, you know,
man, sorry for your
what's the
loss,
cat's
man.
name?
That's God bless and God rest Adele and her family, man. Prayers go out to the family. Like, that's really like real life. Like he had a cousin there. Like I know people here. I look, my cousin who passed away, and Tony DeLuzio, he's passed now, but he went up there. Him and a couple other guys, they went up there to help out, move debris, and do stuff. I remember they were packing sandwiches, and when they came back, man, they looked horrible. Give me 1 second.
Do your thing. I know, just seeing videos of like it looked like a big snowstorm out there. They got like inches of dust on their face and their mouth, and I just Jesus, man, crazy.
That's very funny.
Actually, the comedian Pete Davidson, his father was a firefighter, and he died. He died in the towers. He always
I'll tell
makes
you.
jokes. That's like his number one joke that kind of got him famous, is like kind of throwing shots at his dad who passed away in 9/11. But I
But
don't
you know
know.
what though? Like even in anything in life, man, it doesn't matter where you go. If you're on the internet, if you're not, wherever you're at, you're always going to have an opposition. And I think it's how people deal with it. Like our opposition on 9/11 was obviously Bin Laden. This guy wasn't going to stop until I mean, we went into another country, Iraq, for no reason. There was nothing there, bro. I mean, Saddam Hussein, he was actually keeping them. I'm saying I didn't like the guy, but he was keeping the Middle East on a stronghold, bro. Like there wasn't no terrorist over there doing shit when he was there like that, man. Think about it. Go back and look at the history books. Once that guy's gone, man, we've been lied to so much as Americans, man, whether it's
And they do
political.
that to protect us, but they
Yeah,
don't.
but
They don't do that to protect us. They do that to pull that wool over our eyes.
no, hey, I love it. I love it, Jen and Barrett. I
I
love people
respect it.
speaking their mind. No, I
It
just
keeps
think Kingston,
moving.
as a whole, people have to be careful because, you know, look, we grow up in life, we get experience, we change, we get better, we get worse. But your ultimate goal in life is to be a better version of yourself as you learn more stuff and get more experience. The people who continue this, and I'm not talking about YouTube, the people politics or around the world, the kitty, they continue the same old drama. It's just like that's all they have, man. They want that, and it leaves a whole bunch of other stuff, and for us to look back and say, man, 9/11, like there was real lies, man, that are gone and not coming back. And although I have a different take on 9/11, I don't believe that. I can't say that because then people get mad, but I believe that went a different way, man. I don't know how an aluminum plane. I watched a whole report, the 9/11 report. I read it. They say how could a plane hit a building and not crush? How does it go right through? Like, look at
I
the
know.
other one.
I've seen some of the documentaries, Fahrenheit
Mhm.
9/11, or one of the other
Yeah,
ones.
that
It
was pretty
really
rough.
makes you think. They make really good, cases to make you think. But it's like, wow, would they really sacrifice 3,000 lives to take some gold plates out of the basement of their this or whatever, whatever they're talking
No,
about?
yeah, hard.
Because there's a video where you see like 5, 6 armored army trucks leaving the tower, uh, supposedly with a bunch of gold plates that were in the towers. I don't know if anyone ever heard
Well,
that.
no, they say our gold's in Fort Knox, man, but I don't know. Look, all I know is this, and I'm being honest. And Lisa Ann, you better agree with me because we've had this conversation. Kingston, we might even talk about it. Look, controversy, fighting, all that makes money, man. Resistance, wars come from that. Famine comes from that. Then people control other countries. There's a long litany of shit that comes with that. But you know, I just feel bad for all those people that had to lose their lives, especially those firefighters, man, that just ran up to save people. They didn't care who they were and their families, and then like the mesothelioma. But I'll tell you who I think is unbelievable. Uh, this guy right here deserves. Uh, I forget his name's Dave something. Hold on. Here we go.
Is that the guy who died and he was like running through the
No, see this
pitches?
guy right here? I'm gonna show you his thing. This guy deserves more.
Wonder if it's the guy I just saw not a special on, but the
Yeah, you
news.
seen him. He was standing next to the guy on the news. Look,
Yeah.
see this guy right here?
Yeah. Yep. His brother.
Frank Stiller. This guy, his brother died 9/11, right?
This is the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah, this guy leads the end. I'm sure you probably know who he is.
He
He
worked like a
started.
12, 16-hour shift here helping people. Then he went back, got more gear, and came
Yeah,
back.
but he not only that, he started Tunnels to Tower project,
Yes.
which means that they give a mortgage-free homes to veterans. You know, even 9/11, like survivors of family. That guy does so much, man. He really does. Kingston,
I
you see it? Are you a little bit low today, or are you up?
What, my volume?
Kingston sounds
Yeah.
normal to me.
Do I sound the same or what's up,
Yeah.
guys?
I
No,
hope
you
you
sound
feel
good. I can hear you. I think you sound all
Usually,
right.
see, this is the problem. Usually, like, I'm up mad early, and then at like 8:45, I'll take like 2 tree hits or something, and then I just can't think. So that's why I don't smoke in the morning.
Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that. I sometimes smoking. I just
Yeah,
smoke.
but
Yeah,
if
but
I'm coming up
smoking.
here to like, have conversation and stuff, I can't be like, duh. So
Yeah, man. You know, when you're doing stuff like this show or whatever, and you have a chance to really like acknowledge something that goes on, not YouTube land. I'm talking about like 9/11,
sure,
man. And the only thing I don't like about people is when they always make it about themselves. Like, when you see 9/11, Kingston, did you see somebody saying, "Wait, I can't go in there. I don't like that guy," or "Wait, this guy said that. This guy said no." Everybody just ran, man, for cover, or they ran into the fire. To me, I think that's like we should all use that as a template for life, man. Like you're gonna have people you don't agree with, you don't, but when it comes down to it, trying to save a life, man, I just think it was unbelievable, man. I
yeah,
really was impressed.
just a point I made 5 or 10 minutes ago. Let's compare the YouTube shit that's going on right now to the politics stuff that's going on right now. Look at the debate and then all the division, and then look today. Because it's about the country and it's about the greater good. They're not sitting next to each other fighting. They're both bowing their heads for a moment of silence and they're being respectful. That's what we all got to do. We're not a bunch of fucking 9 and 12-year-old kids on here, even though maybe a lot of people may act that way. But I don't really see a lot of it because I choose not to. I guess.
Now you're better off.
But it upsets me, and that some, a couple of friends of mine, like you guys, kind of get, dragged into things. But, things
Don't
can
worry
only
about
affect
that,
us
man.
if we, give that power,
And
you know.
the thing is, I wasn't trying to acknowledge anything or talk about it because I really don't want to. But I just think that I'm trying to get this picture up here. Look at this, man. You ready? This is what I want to show you. You see all this? You got Trump, Bloomberg, Biden, Kamala.
Yeah, it was
Like,
the New York governor, Bloomberg, right?
yeah. And the thing is this, though, man. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, we can all agree to disagree, right? But look, you put stuff away, you shake hands. Now, come on, they're gonna go at each other tomorrow, probably so. But I think
Yeah.
this really right here, man, shows a lot. Here goes another one too. Look down here, you got like just everybody like trying to just forget the bull crap and do what's
Right.
right and represent the country, man, and have you know. Listen, man, I know who you are, Sweaty. I already know what you're doing. Stop, Sweaty.
Hello. No, just kidding.
Sweaty's trolling me like a mug.
Mhm.
There is Libby.
And
Sweaty,
Nikki
I heard you have a
Big.
shaved head too. But man, look, I feel bad, bro, because there's guys that, kids that after this, the first thing that happened, well, we never talk about 9/11. People always talk about that, but what came right after that, man? We went and invaded a country. We lost a lot of a lot of good people, man, soldiers, and all because they were doing, the selfless act, man, making sure that we can have freedom here. So they went to fight a war over there. Whether you believe it or not, I think that we should all understand that all controversy is, I'm not saying good, but sometimes good comes out of it, but not the kind of controversy when you're just,
Mhm.
you know, hurting people and bashing people. Not that kind. I'm talking about like something that happens in the country, 9/11. People to come together, like not like any other thing that happens when people are ready to do something. They're like, well, who's going to be there? And I don't like this one or like that one. That to me is what stands out about that day, the unity. Everybody just came together, man, no matter what.
even
And they didn't
last even last
go,
month even last month where I'm from, it's like, political stuff's going down. It's not just the
yeah, right.
country, it's in all small towns. The political stuff is everywhere, and
Aw.
Is it for Cass?
they weren't arguing about politics during that flood that we had in Oxford and my hometown. They got together and they were trying to fix the area. They're not, so
But imagine
you got
if
to
the
come
political
together for the
landscape,
greater good. That's how our country got where we are. So
imagine if the political landscape could be like that, man. Everybody have your opinion and just move on respectfully. Like, not everything has to be a battle and a fight and an argument, but
no,
unfortunately, man, that's what I worry about the kids, bro. Because if
Mhm.
you're doing all this, man, I mean, like I said, 9 out of 10 times the kids are gonna pick all that up and they're gonna start acting the same way, man. So I don't know.
One
What do
other
you
thing I want to touch on with
go ahead?
9/11 and what happened, it also changed our music industry, especially country music. There were a lot of songs that were made patriotic,
yeah.
that's even popular to this
I
day,
wanted
Yeah,
code.
that's
especially
a good point.
I wanted code to play one if he can't get copyrighted a little bit later.
I like that one song
No,
from
that's a
Lee
good point. I was
Greenwood.
thinking the same thing, Lisa.
God bless the USA.
I'm proud
Yeah,
to be an
because
American.
listen, the day, like a couple days after 9/11, that's during football season, obviously, because it's September. I was playing Pop Warner football, and my neighbor Jay was coaching, and he drove us over to the field for practice.
Sweat.
And he always had 92.5 on in his Ranger, and that song came on, and we just both like started tearing up on the way to the football field. And like I've always just loved that song because it reminds me of that truck ride. Proud to
Mm-hmm.
be an American. Who does that song?
Lee
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 Greenwood.
Gre- Lee Greenwood. And it's
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
crazy because
Beautiful song.
he what's the name? I think he got a lot of backlash for that too because that was one of Trump's songs. And to me, how could you make that about a Republican Democrat, man? He said God bless the USA. He didn't say God bless Republicans or God bless Democrats. That's another thing that you have on here, man. A lot of people who feel the right to the left and just can't do anything but argue about it, man. When that's what a debate's for. You go out, you see one person, the other person, you make your assessment and you move on. But I don't think that debate did anything last night. To be honest, I was surprised that they didn't talk about 9/11. That's what I was waiting to get to. I didn't hear any of that last night.
Nah.
Yeah, I was surprised too because usually if a debate falls around 9/11, they somehow bring it up, but it wasn't brought up last night.
Yeah, bro, I believe it. That's the way it is now, man. It's
Yeah, it's
so
gonna be
much.
like Eastern U.S. and Western U.S. And the
Well,
Mississippi is gonna be like the
we broke from that, man. When we broke from England, the
midfield.
whole concept of is independence, man. We wanted our own thinking, our own
Yo,
freedom. You
actually,
know.
isn't there a place in Mississippi that didn't sign the Declaration of Independence and they're
Yeah. What
still
was the name of that town? Hold on one
not?
second.
Geez, I was just listening to somebody talk about it yesterday on YouTube. There's an area in Mississippi that is it's actually where the Ku Klux Klan was founded.
Yeah.
Like
Well, who started the Ku Klux Klan? What party? Look it up. Oh, it was New York, bro. They didn't
there's a
sign it.
no, there's a place
No,
in Mississippi too that
let me see.
hasn't signed it, and they're still technically not sovereign or whatever it's called. But Oh, actually, it's literally a state inside of a state is what it's considered. I'm pretty sure, which is weird, but it's a state inside of a state because they, never signed that treaty thing.
I never heard. I don't know if it was that.
And
I know
then on
they had
top
like
of
their own.
9/11, there's also a major hurricane coming again too.
In Texas, right?
I think it's Francine.
Yeah.
It's just gonna miss us. It's gonna hit like the eastern part and the southern part. It's gonna be dead on in Louisiana, so I'm kind of worried about that because the last time.
Look who's
I
here,
think
Lisa Ann. A real soldier. Thank you for your service, sir. That's my
long
dog,
time no
man.
see stranger.
What's
There
up,
goes a
Black
guy
Cat?
that's got, yo, he's got
Hey, it's
YouTube
Black
figured
Cat.
out.
Black
Yo,
Cat.
he goes wherever he wants. He's so respectful and he's a nice dude, man. Black Hat, I got to take a page out of your book.
That's what I
No,
do. I try not to cause any drama. I try and acknowledge everybody who I go to as well.
yeah, but you're in a tough spot though because you know so many people. But I just hope nobody tries to hold you or tries to make you do anything other than just be
Hey, don't
yourself
let
like you've
Lisa.
been.
You're such an awesome person. Don't even give
Yeah,
anybody.
man. Nobody cares,
Don't even
man.
allow anybody to have that type of power over your mind. I'm not
Yep.
saying you do. You don't owe anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? You owe yourself. That's it.
Mhm.
You owe
Yeah,
yourself some
but
peace of mind. You don't. You know.
I want
You
to
know,
see the. I'm going to show you something.
Bruh. I wonder how Jen and Barrett feels about Canada and that guy Justin Trudeau or whatever.
That guy's a flake, man.
Do you like him?
They're leaving tomorrow. My son's going to Canada tomorrow.
No way.
Uh,
That's cool.
yeah, my cousin's getting married. I was invited, but I can't go.
Oh yeah.
Carlos.
Why you're not
Yeah,
allowed
you gotta
out
stay
there?
and take care of your dad.
No, I got my
No,
dad.
he's
I
gonna
can't leave
be
my
I know.
phone.
I know. I'm just playing.
You're fucked up. Uh,
They're gonna be standing on the New York State border. You ain't coming through, Code. We heard about you.
I went to Canada in 2000. Guess what they did? I had my daughter with me. She was probably like 4 years old, and I had custody of her. So they pulled me over, man. They thought I kidnapped her. I had to get out of the car and go through all this stuff. They called the U.S.
Dang.
But there he is. Selfie. Carlos.
There he is, Carlos.
Carlos funny, man. You know what Carlos told me last night?
SQC in the building. Cindy, what it do?
Yo, Carlos said, yo, you just chill back. I got this. I'm like, bro, you're funny as shit. He's a good dude, man.
I'm glad he popped up yesterday
Yeah,
on the
look,
channel for a bit.
and like I said, man, you know, in the infamous word of Carlos Muniz, man, not everybody's going to like each other. Not everybody's going to get along. But you know what? When 9/11 happened, everybody, the unity showed us so strong, man. Why do you think that we can't stay like that ever,
We
man?
need
Why
to
do you,
take a page out of our nation's book and start implementing that on here. And hey, the people that don't want to be with it, they don't have to be. You know, they don't
well,
have.
you know, the good thing is that Lisa, you've been here longer than me, so you've seen a lot more, and Carlos has seen a lot. We've all seen a lot. But it's funny, like how on a day like this, like I really don't wish anybody. I'm never that kind of guy. I wish people like shortcomings, fallbacks. I don't wish people bad, even if they're wishing that to me. I've never been that way. I do wish that one day everybody could just not get along and hang out. That's not what I'm saying, but have respect for one another to just realize that there's something bigger going on, man. Like we are on the verge of World War III, bro. Nobody's paying attention what's going on over there, the South Pacific Sea. China's buying all that land over here next to military installation bases, and all the crops. Like I don't get any of that, man. And, you know, there's other stuff I won't talk about, but you know, it's just ridiculous to me, man. Like, you know, we have to take care of it. See, look, the one thing about if you look at biblical times and all these books, whatever they had, whoever was in power at the time, even in Jerusalem, they had a big wall around. I'm not saying the wall, the border. What I'm saying is, if you let a state, city, country run rampant, and you don't keep a hold on it, you just keep the jar off. You never tighten the lid. You're gonna have problems. You can't sustain, man. It just doesn't work. My parents came from Italy. They're immigrants. You know what's going on there? It's sad, man. And it's to be honest, I don't look at it as like, oh, you're being a bad guy. You don't want no. I don't care who comes if they're coming the right way. But why can't we take care of our homeless, our veterans, our mental health, the drug addicts, all the drugs coming into this country? I mean, I watched a thing 2 days ago. All the drugs coming through the border, like it's almost like that's their control. You know,
Mhm.
epidemics, a little bit of controversy, you know, pandemics, whatever. That's how they keep control because it's all manipulation. And that's all my
Yeah,
message here. Don't be
if you look
manipulated.
up the statistics of how many drug overdose there are a day,
SD
and then
Johnson.
you tally that up for the week, and then 52 weeks at the end of the year, and you got hundreds of thousands of Americans
Yeah.
dying. If that was on the hands of another country, like they were doing that, we would have been at war so long ago over that shit. If they were
Well,
dying with something else, but it's just they're just drug addicts, and the type of population it is. So it's not nothing's really being done about it.
wow, look at
Mhm.
Harvard. That's a good one, Harvard. That's the truth too, man. All these people that don't want to pay attention, you think this is a joke? What do you think? The draft can't come back? I mean, my son's 17. I don't want to see none of that, but
And like I said up on here a few months ago, you could tell something's going on because they start lessening the requirements it takes to get into the military. You don't need a high school diploma.
See,
Yeah,
when I
you must.
graduated high school, I'm glad you mentioned that. I
good
went
point, Todd J.
about joining the army, and they wouldn't let me because they had a weight requirement, and I was over that weight requirement, so I
Yeah,
couldn't join.
huh? I've heard. I don't know about that. I've heard like the whole flat feet thing that you can't
Hmm.
go in. Whatever requirements, but I saw that they started stripping them away, like the high school diploma, or even if you've been in a little bit of trouble before, as long as it's
Morning,
not
Mike.
a
Mike
certain felony,
Ball,
you could
Don
still get in.
DeMarco.
What's
He's a
And
up,
one
great
thing
guy,
I
Ballin'?
man.
want to add to it as well, especially with it being 9/11, if you think about all the drama, the fighting, you can't take your excess baggage with you when you pass. It's just going to be you. And that
Like
No, and
Cade
includes.
that's
says,
and
the hearse
Lisa,
ain't following you with your
listen,
bank
Lisa,
accounts.
that is the only attention. I'm not bringing attention to what's going on. I could care less. I'm just saying, like, if people just agree to disagree and move on, there's no reason to keep things going and saying stuff. Because Lisa, in real life, if you don't like somebody, you just don't go near them. You stay away from
Mhm.
them, no matter who it is. And you got to respect people. You can't just. I mean, yeah, we're allowed to be opinionated and do this and that, but you're going to realize at some point your opinions are going to offend somebody. I mean, you can't. So it is what it is, man. You know, you got to just stay positive, keep moving. But 9/11 to me, what stands out of everything to me is I just seen all those people coming together,
Mhm.
and I just wish we could be like that all the time, man. Like not have to wait for a tragedy or some event like that to come. Or look at the pandemic. Remember what people were doing with the pandemic with the masks? Everybody
Mhm.
was like, it became a war between Americans. Like, why are we all fighting against each other? Like
Over a mask, over
over a
something that
mask.
shouldn't even be.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm sure Mike Ball's got good topics
So
today.
I'm gonna call
Did
his new
I have a
nickname is
question
Mike
for everyone.
Ballin. Mike Ballin.
He is a baller. Go ahead. What did you say, Lisa?
Based on 9/11, what's the one thing that happened that day that will be forever stuck in your memory?
I want to think about that for a second.
I'm going to tell you
What's
what it
stuck in
is.
my memory today from that day?
Lisa Ann, when I saw those people jumping from those buildings, no nets, no nothing, because that heat was so intense and that pressure was coming so bad that
That was the better
that's
alternative is
the only
jumping.
outcome.
Wow.
And it's sad because, listen, just remember this, though. Another thing that stands out when that happened, there's still, at least, if they would have waited a little bit longer, there would have been way more people in that building, man. Like,
Because it happened so early in the day, kind of, you mean?
Mhm.
yeah,
Like 9 something, 10 something?
me too, Black Hat.
Yo,
And
it's
he's a
crazy
soldier.
because people that, that were forced to jump. I think
Amen.
some of those people landed on people that were down below on the street and probably fell on them and killed them from all that.
So
You
there
know.
is
Good.
one video that I remember. I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but there were
Yes.
people pulling people off of the streets into buildings because when the
Yeah,
towers came down, all that smoke and debris just went through the streets. It's like seeing that go past the building as they're trying to pull people in. That just it even still makes me emotional
yeah.
to this day thinking
But
about it.
I mean, say if you're thinking of 9/11, remember where you're at, and you think, okay, after that happened, once the dust settled, I mean that literally, not figuratively. You've seen so many people, they didn't know where they were at. They didn't know what happened. They didn't know if it was a fire. I mean, people were so like
Discombobulated with what's.
battered and yeah. And the first thing that they had to look to was not a person saying, "Oh, you're stressing, you're tripping, you're crying, get away from me," or "I don't know you, I don't like you." No, people were bringing water bottles and little towels and bringing them into buildings and trying to do whatever they could to make that situation right. And I just say, if you can't do that in real life, and if you
Mm-hmm.
can't, obviously on here, people can't do it, well, then maybe you need to rethink who you are and what you're about. Because I don't care if it was my enemy burning in a building, God forbid. I'm going to try to help somebody, man. That's just what it is. I mean, I can pull you out of a building, and when you're on the ground and say, if I can tell you, you're still, a jerk off or something, but you still go out of your way because if you're, and this is why I say this all the time, Lisanne, I'm not bringing faith in here like that, but I'm just saying, if you're a man of faith or you believe in God, Jesus, Islam, Torah, whatever, there's no way that you're going to be acting every day like that because God doesn't do that. God's not what God, there's one God. He represents peace, love, and all that. But trials, tribulations on this earth. So if you're tested on this earth and you're still acting the way you're acting, or you want to like look at people 9/11 and you're just, oh, I wouldn't help them. I've heard people say, I wouldn't help them. I don't know them people. I'm like, what? Like, just because you don't know somebody, man, like that's sad, that thinking. So you have to say to yourself, how do you change that? We know it changes with people, but I think that not only the government, all the social media platforms have to stop making it so easy for people to be so nasty. Because when 9/11 happened, there wasn't social media like this. Now look at it. It's all transfer. It's all come over to here, man.
Yeah, but
All
I
the
think
negative,
it's
you know?
it's kind of tough to even say. I mean, I agree with what you're
Yes, they
saying,
did.
but then that starts dipping
Canadians.
into not censorship, but the whole freedom of speech.
Take it
Like
easy.
even if you're being mean and you're being an asshole, I mean, if we have freedom of speech, I guess but just because I have freedom of speech doesn't mean I'm going to go and say A, B, and C to somebody, but it just kind of depends on the individual. Some people are just assholes, and you're not going to see
Well,
that if, say, you're at Dunkin' Donuts grabbing a cup of coffee, and these people are the way they act on here, they wouldn't act that way in real life. You know what I mean?
I just
I've
hate
met a few parents that go crazy. I've actually seen that here in Texas where
Steve,
they're
God bless. No, Lisa Ann, let me talk to you like this. So you got to help me with this because if I go off track, you got to stop me.
okay.
What I don't like about this, and I don't hate anything because I think words are powerful, but I do hate. I will just say this: if you want to have an argument with somebody in real life, on YouTube, whatever, just don't lie about people, man. Like you're only people tell lies to make themselves look better, and that's not really the way things are. So that's the only thing I hate. I like a fair fight, man. I don't like
I got a
you
good
know.
idea.
Go ahead.
Um, I'm sure this may be similar type of
Oh
trauma might.
shit! Hold up. I'm sorry,
Yeah, I
Kingston.
remember
Read
the same
that.
thing. I got
You were in
pulled out of
first
school
grade
for.
too.
I
No, I
was
was
the
in
only
eighth grade.
senior.
Oh shit!
I'm
I'm
just
sorry.
saying
Go ahead.
they let us leave school early.
Oh, I thought you said you were in first grade too. I'm thinking like Mike's
Nah,
30. You're 30. Okay, go ahead. My
yeah,
bad. My bad. I
nah.
apologize.
I was like Billy Madison. I went back and did all my grades over again.
And listen,
So someone should make a
go ahead.
YouTube channel to be like the moderator of all like YouTube drama, and then they'll have like this side over here, this side over here, and then they're like the down the middle moderators, and then they'll let people have like a healthy debate on
Facts, Barwire.
what's going on, and then maybe that channel can get these people to like shake hands and move on from there.
Well, let me say
I
this.
will interject on this,
The
Kingston,
good thing
based
is
on my
this.
history.
If you don't want to be here and you feel like I have a little bit of drama surrounding me right now, you can always tune in at 11 o'clock to the Breakfast Club with Mike Ball. And his show is Mike does like what do you call it, reaction videos. Today he'll probably do the debate, but he don't have any of this drama. But you know what I'm going to tell you about Mike Ball? No,
I
let me
want
tell
to
you,
talk to Mike.
Lisa Ann, he is a really good friend, man, because you know I don't want to get into too much, but I know he don't even know that I know that he he's a really good dude, man. Like he didn't get involved in bullshit. He's whatever people are saying or trying to, he's just doing his thing, man. And that means a lot to me because at least it's hard when people lie on you, man. People say stuff and do stuff. And I think that's what led to 9/11. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you had all these lies and all this stuff propaganda put out there. And then, oh, we're going to go in Iraq and get Saddam Hussein because he tried to hurt Bush number one. That's what that was all about. There was nothing, no weapons of mass destruction. There was nothing in Iraq, but he never been held accountable for that crap. If that was us, we would have been either sent to the brigade firing squad, locked up, throw away the key. That's all I'm saying. Like when people lie and are in a position to use a platform or a presidency to keep promoting bullshit and lying to people, and people don't do the homework to figure out, then you find out years later that it was all crock of crap. To me, that's the thing. Like, whenever people are talking about people, go do your homework, man. And if you really care,
Hardwire, what's the first rule of YouTube Fight Club?
You don't talk about YouTube Fight Club.
Yeah, come on, bro.
yeah. Yeah, but you know what, though? Yeah. He said I broke the rule. He said I don't remember that day. He was on a fishing trip. Ah, man, for real? But no, I think that it's good that we bring awareness, man, and let people know you guys are going not forgotten. But I was even crazy when I saw all those pictures, Kingston. I didn't realize at first that they were really, that was them. I was like, that's real people. That's real life time. Like that's these guys. So, I just want to show respect to these people and their families, and we're thinking of them. And could you imagine, man, that if like Seth had a family member, he said, I mean, imagine that. Like you're going in an instant. The kids over what? Over somebody's lies and deceit and manipulation. That's all I'm saying. It goes hand in hand with YouTube channels. It's the same thing, man. Like the one thing I push is people be your own version of yourself. Don't listen to nobody, man, and do what you want, what you feels right. Military punch 3 days, bread water. Wow.
And there's still
Wait,
so
that's all
much
you get is
controversy
bread
around
and water
9/11 as well.
That's all you get
Yeah.
for 3 days is bread and water for
Yup.
punishment?
Yeah. He's a military man. He's a veteran. Black hat.
I tell you what, that's one of the worst feelings is hunger feeling, hunger pains. Oh my God.
Well, then you got to do like what I do for my faith, because I follow the Lord. When you think of his story and what he went through, they didn't even give him water, man. They would give him a sponge on a stick with a little bit of water on it, tap his mouth, and that was it. Like whether people believe that story or not, there's many stories in the past of people that went the same way. The famine is something. Remember, whoever controls the water and the food, really the water controls the world. Quadruple, gee, Steve. That's only for minor infractions? Wow.
One thing that would be a great topic that we can look into is how our societies, food-wise, is meant to be wasteful. It's like with how they put out produce and how fast it expires and you throwing it away. It's like just this week I bought
How
one
about
out
the
in
fruit they're
Florida.
painting at least, Ann? I seen them painting apples and bananas. Like
I saw that.
I see all. Do you ever notice that when you bring fruit home or anything, you have flies? Do you ever see them little flies? They're all over the place. Like there's so many foods that are banned in other countries, not here. There's so much other stuff that like people have been all over the world, and when they go to Europe, they say the food's way different. That you could taste it. Like, why do we
So I
not
had
care?
a
Go ahead.
friend that I made. She was a German exchange student. She came in her junior year. I still remember the taste of this day. She got sent a package from home of German chocolate. Their chocolate is so much better than ours.
I bet.
It was so good. It's like I can still taste it today.
Heh.
It's not like Hershey's, so Oh,
Oh
you did,
man.
Mike? I'll have to look it up and watch it. And a
I
Uh,
big
know that's why
issue is
everyone's
red
getting,
dye.
cancer and all these weird, diseases in their 60s and 70s and conditions because of everything we're ingesting in our bodies, man. That's phew. I'm
hold
glad
on a
I'm
second.
starting to wake up a little bit to it, and at least I might not be doing a great job, but at least I'm starting to be more not health
Hmm.
conscious, but food conscious at least and stuff,
I'm resetting too. I actually just talked to Code the other day about doing like a salad. I've been craving like tomatoes and cucumbers and onions. So,
Oh, Lisa, no, I got some. Oh, what are you craving? A salad?
uh-huh.
Oh, I got something for you. Hold on. I'm trying to find this picture.
Let's not talk about food too early. We got to save food talk to like the last 15 minutes of the show.
Well,
Nah,
look, Jen and Barrett, if you give me some time, I'll show it to you, but they are painting fruit in the
I saw that
supermarkets.
you posted that picture of everybody in like a machine, not a machine
Bliss
shop.
Chris, European chocolate. I heard
No,
that.
I remember there was a news article where people were buying fruits and vegetables and they would bring them home and they were fakes.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
people
Bliss
were
Yeah.
Chris, how you
going,
doing, girl? Door dashing.
Good job,
mm,
JJ, or should I say Jamie?
JJ, you late?
hi everyone coming in.
I think Mike's show today is going to be a show. Everybody needs to go watch Mike Ball today because
Well,
let me
I
tell you
can
about
up
Mike.
the mic, so
He's good at the way he does his show, man. That's why I want to talk to him today at some point. I got to get some lessons, man, because I don't look up to many people on here, but I like Black Dragon. I like him. There's other guys, other genres. But I like the way he does his show, man, because he's calm. He can
mhm.
carry himself. And from what I see and what I know now, man, he's a good friend because I just appreciate him, man. He's not saying he's picking sides or doing anything, but just not saying anything. I respect. You know what I mean? Just keep it moving. Mike's a good guy. Go watch him 11 o'clock. Yeah,
Oh
skyscraper
yeah, there's the
greenhouses.
whole thing. I know. I want to say New York started it where they had like the tall buildings that they started like different types of greenhouses, and there's even one where I don't know what it's called, but they have like fish in there, and it's like water, and they're growing veggies on top of it,
Wow.
like an aqua garden type thing.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. It's like you see like a little lake
Hmm.
thing, and there's like they're actually it's crazy, man. Steve, man, we too. I grew up poor too. Kingston's worried about the munchies. Kingston,
Oh
yo,
yeah.
bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel. How's that sound to you right now?
Oh, I love bagels. Oh,
No,
McDonald's
he
brought
loves
back
bagels.
the
I get
bagels.
them on the. I get them on a toasted hard roll. I don't. Bagels
Look,
are
he's
good,
saying
but
this is you,
bagels are too
Texas.
thick to have all that stuff on one. You know.
Oh wow. See, I'm
Yeah,
a little
that's you.
bit selfish, but that's crazy.
Uh,
Like there's so much you can talk about food, and then not to mention all the recalls where food's being recalled for people dying from it.
Well,
Like
you know what I saw, Lisa, and I gotta say that like when 9/11 happened, if you didn't notice, um, and I say this from a criminal standpoint, not from me. I'm saying what I watched. They took all their focus off like the mafia, street gang, all whatever you want to call them. They started focus on the terrorist thing, right? But when they did that, that actually was that was when they started doing it. That is what really paved the way for the cartel to make its mark. And to
mm-hmm.
me, it's like a tragedy like that can bring so much other tragedy and death and I'm not saying that who did it or what, but it's crazy how much it has started flooding the drugs, the fentanyl. It's like
what?
crazy, man.
Yeah, what I was going to actually bring up, since we're talking about
Yes, Mike.
the topic of 9/11, we since 9/11 happened, what are the good things? Obviously, what happened is not a good thing, it's a terrible
This is
thing.
great.
But have there been any good things to happen because of
Steve.
9/11? And are there any bad things because of 9/11 that are still here today?
Oh, Jen and Barrett. Oh, the bagel with the cream cheese and the bacon.
Oh,
I use turkey
good.
bacon. I get it real hard, crispy, break it up, and then I put a little cream cheese, tomato. But
I
what
don't
else
really
I
eat
like?
tomatoes.
But I'm gonna tell you what else I like though. You might not like it. I like olives, man. I put some olives on there. So good.
Olives
Yeah.
and Brussels sprouts are a hard no for me.
Yo, do you hear what Steve said? Steve said they like you over. He said they like you over here, Mike Ball, more than I do.
So one thing, since we're on 9/11 topic, that I think has changed the music industry,
Mm.
bringing out country music because I'm going back to country music because after 9/11 happened, they took away all of the media stuff on it, and people weren't able to see what happened to it because they claimed it made people upset. And
Wait, what's this? What are you talking about? The
so
country music?
basically, what happened, like a few years after 9/11, they blocked all the footage because they didn't want people seeing it because it made you feel a certain way. So what happened was in the music industry, music artists and songwriters started writing about it. And there's this
Yeah,
one song, I want to say it's by, don't quote me, but by David Worley, Have You Forgotten, where he talks about
yeah,
how, like, the day it happened and how they took the footage away, like, because they didn't want you to feel a certain way. And just go and look for, like, music patriotic from that time period. And it just brings out the best in people as far as their writing goes to like imprint and keep it part of the music industry as a memory of what happened.
Hmm.
And then another thing, I think it also, as far as airports go, they increase and they change security protocol to where it's a little harder now to do what they did back then because of all the changes that airports have made. So,
Yep. Yeah, you always hear stuff like that, like, oh, yeah, ever since 9/11, this is sharpened up, or this is, um, yeah, you're definitely right. I mean, I don't really fly a lot, and I didn't ever fly before 9/11 either, but just the amount of cameras that are places, just
biometric scanners where you can
yep.
go, they have it now where you can go in and it scans your whole body.
Right. Oh, yeah, I've gone in there and it does the whole circle thing around
Hmm.
you, and you know, yeah, definitely, that's all upped a lot, which is a good thing, I guess.
Hmm. I mean, it takes longer getting through airport security, but there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that can also be considered a bad thing is that you unfortunately don't have that trust. So you have to go through that like security, like bags. You have dogs in airports, checking for bags and all that stuff. So it makes it longer, but it makes you feel safer as well because they are a
They
lot
don't.
better at it now. But there's still like a slim 1% chance that it could still happen again because not
Oh,
everyone
sure.
is perfect and there's always glitches in machinery. So.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. I know. That's I see all the videos of like Delta and some of these American airlines. They don't take shit anymore. Like if there's like an unruly
no,
passenger or
no.
someone that's kind of on edge, they'll deboard the whole plane or they'll drag that person off. And a lot of the times, I mean, probably it's not right and they're
Listen.
overreacting, but they don't play that shit no more.
Oh, God bless. That's
Oh
awesome,
wow,
JJ.
wow, no way. Her kid was born on 9/11,
That's
2000.
crazy, man. The tomorrow she'll be 23.
Wow, that's so cool.
Exactly, hardwired. That's what I was talking about. That's what made the music industry so important because they were writing songs, like just remembering what happened, so people know. One of
Well, at
my
least hey,
favorite.
you know what the music industry is, man, and what it's about. Like, I mean, they really do the stuff that you hear about with the worshiping, the satanic shit, and all that. I mean, that's really goes on. So when you have like
Mhm,
people like country singer bringing light and positivity, or even just remembrance of it,
Yeah, they
you
don't
know,
like that.
they don't like that shit, man. They look at us. A lot of them in the music, the powers that be, look at us as the problem. Like, how
Yeah.
dare us be a country of freedom and do whatever you want and say Merry Christmas and be able to have freedom to say what you want. They don't like that, man. That's what all this is about. They want to stop that. They don't like it. There's people who, can say a lot and act like they're for the US, but yet you look at their travel and their passport and they've been stamped in China and Russia 30 sometimes. There's no
mhm,
reason to do that. Like that means that you like that kind of socialism, dictatorship. That's what that's about. It's not about you admire the country. I mean, if you look back, China's our biggest threat. The reason why they're so strong is because they were down to nothing. Then all of a sudden, 20 years ago, I don't want to say names because I won't say that, but you could look it up. certain powers that be here started funding them, just like they just did with Iran. Russia has a lot of nukes. That's what I'm saying. Like this thing going on 9/11, there's something way bigger about to go down. I hope and pray that it doesn't. But I do
Right.
believe Kingston. There's videos on here of you see on a highway nonstop for 5 minutes, tanks and all kinds of army vehicles. Like, and then you got to say to yourself, Lisa, when we left Afghanistan, I don't care what side you're on, we left $80 billion in equipment there. For what? ISIS was selling that shit. What I'm
They're
saying is,
gonna reverse engineer all that stuff, and
yeah,
they're
but
gonna.
think of this though, the thought process. Oh, forget that equipment. We don't care. Just like the Americans and the homeless and the veterans.
That's
Oh,
not
we'll
the
be all
first
right.
time we've left expensive, important, stuff over
Yeah,
there. I feel
yeah,
like
but the
it's done
thing
on
is, like we
purpose.
we always think we're gonna bounce back. We always think that okay, we're so strong that we can never topple. I got news for you. Venezuela was the richest country in the world that had all the oil reserves. There are people eating out of trash cans a year and a half ago. Now this guy let all those people out of jail and sent them over here. So now their crime's down. That's what that's about. And that was on Fox News and CNN's website. They both agree to that. So this is not a political thing. This is reality. Like what I'm saying, Lisa, and the bar set so low, man. It's sad that there's no worth for our life. You can see the way people on here act. They don't have any worth for their life because if they did, they would carry themselves. That's why I don't do it. I want to leave something where my kids will say, look, I didn't agree with my dad, but he never bashed a woman. He's never up here talking crap. And to be honest, let me tell you the new code. If there's women out there bashing men and you're saying some heinous, nasty crap, and a guy comes back at you with something you don't like, hey, that's between you and him. Now, where I draw the line, because I don't care about that conversation, but like if a guy would ever put his hands on a woman,
Bye,
you
Billy
know,
Kid.
or they try to tell you a story that what happened and you think that a certain story, but then you realize that's not what happened. I mean, all I'm saying is to avoid all that, Lisa. What I'm saying is just be a kind person, man. Even if you want to be mad, hold it in. Go to a punching bag, man. Don't like I'm guilty of that. I'm an open book. I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I realize now I have to start dialing back a little bit because
Mhm.
everything isn't for everybody. But
Right.
that's one thing about me is I'm an open book. I've never lied. I put my whole life up here, and people know what I am. And I want to say thank you to Reddit and all those people defending me. I'm not talking about said issue. I'm just saying when I seen Reddit defending me, and Lisa Ann, I used to think it was Mr. and Mrs. Reddit.
Right, I remember that. That was
They
hilarious.
defended me with the Make the Wish thing too. All I'm saying is thank you to all leaving nice comments, all those Reddit, whoever you are. I don't even know if it's whatever it is. Thank you. That means a lot because
Decode. That's just all it takes is for one or two idiots to just make up a complete lie and try to go with it. So about you
yup,
stealing from the thing that you're doing.
yeah.
That shouldn't. You shouldn't even waste your breath and address that because that's just.
No, no, no. But I have to address the people defending me, man. There's people I saw on Reddit that I don't even know who they are, saying, "Oh, what now? All of a sudden, whatever." See, the thing is, Kingston, I'll say this as quick as day. Why don't we just put all this to the look? Let's end it here. If anybody wants to put the money up, put the money up, and I'll go sit and take a lie detector test. How's that? Does that help everybody tickle your fantasy? Because to
That
be
makes it
honest,
worse.
no, but what it is people say don't address it. But what I'm saying is why I have to talk a little bit about it is because these kids got nothing to do with this. I'm trying to help these kids and give money to hospitals and toys to make these kids have a smile on their friggin' face. So maybe one day they don't have to be in misery, which most of them all smile. So to lie and say stuff about me, yeah, it's easier said than done. Not to, oh, well, you're giving people too much. No, like tell the truth. Like don't lie about somebody just because you don't like somebody. And that's not just for YouTube. It's for anything in life, man. Like I don't need to lie. I don't need to steal. I don't need to rat. I don't need to do anything but me. Be me to the highest degree that I know that I have a standard to live up to, like my parents and to all the good people, even on here, man, that stand for the same things I do, values and respect. So it's a little easier, Kingston, said than done when
No, I
you hear
understand that.
lies. But then when you see Reddit defend you, man, these saying I can't even deny it. I was like, because I'm so used to them, and all the other shit. But You know, all I'm saying is, like I said in my short, you don't have to donate the code. For all the people that want to talk crap, go donate to Make a Wish. Go donate to any foundation you want. Guess what? That's just as good. That's my message. That's all I've ever said. But thank you to the Reddit and all the supporters, man, because it does mean a lot. Straight
Yeah,
up.
that probably is a good feeling, seeing people do that.
Damn, for real? Oh, 9/11. She didn't want her birthday to be that.
Yeah.
The babies are born. Wow. Only problem with complete freedom. Yes, that's what I. Oh, Hardwire, man. I need to come on your show, or you come on here one day, because you think just like me. I'm not like you and Mike Ball, man. I'm Italian and open book. Sometimes I have to say shit the way I say it.
You look like you're
Bliss, Chris,
juggling,
you have a blessed
air
day.
juggling.
Yes, JJ. You know that can happen anytime.
Yeah, music and food. Everybody
Yeah,
loves
that's all I'm
music and
saying,
food.
man. Yeah, put on the music, man.
Some of the best music to look at, like Alan Jackson does really good stuff. Toby Keith, I still say we lost too young. He did a song courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue when 9/11 happened that portrayed like everyone's feelings at the time, and it's still popular to this day.
I like country a bit. I like all
I'm a
music
big country
except
girl.
for I don't like heavy metal at all. But I like
Yeah.
rock, country, hip hop, blues, jazz, a little bit of disco. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know about that, but
Yeah, I'm a big country girl. I like classical. I do
Mike
like
Ball, you're in trouble.
who's your
I'm just
top three
saying.
country
Yo, you
artists?
ready for this? After this, you go to Mike Ball's show, because he is the one and only. Shit, it's not working.
He's not the one and
He's the
only
one and
breakfast,
only.
but he's the best one, but not the one and only. What
I
about
was trying to find that forever. I was trying to find that.
the
Does he say
breakfast
Don Juan
that hip
DeMarco?
hop thing
Hold on, Mike.
with Charlemagne the God and Fudge and
Oh no, he says Don DeMarco. I always thought he said Don Juan DeMarco. That was from Mike Ball.
I wonder if that's on his laptop or if that's like a side,
Damn straight, Carlos.
like a little side keyboard thing that Mike Ball has. That's what I'm saying, bro.
So one
There's
thing I will say
billions
is
of
Damn
people on
straight.
YouTube.
Bliss, because that's the easiest thing, man. Just change the channel. Straight up.
You know, and it's not like we discussed or what it's not like we really blueprint or you blueprint what we're going to do when we come up here. You have like a broad idea and then just, going with it.
No, what it is because, like, one thing I like about this is early in the morning. How's
What
people
about
focus
Kingston
like that in the
saying if a
morning? But
woman has who she finds
there's
I
so many
don't know if
people
I
that
said
come
that
in with
correctly.
good topics, you know? I know you are. Listen, that's why I love Black Hat. Every time I hear like drama or for like whatever something's going on, I just think of you playing your guitar with like loud as shit, not listen to anything. There's a guy that will not entertain none of that shit. Straight up.
Yeah.
So
I
one
like
thing I
it.
will tell you, if you don't mind, for my final 9/11 thought is, before you do anything today, stop and think about what you do before
I'm
you do
sorry.
it.
Yeah.
And that's really all I have to say on that.
Well, let me say this to the end, because this is like the last block of the show. Do you guys both agree in the chat? Let me know yes or no, whatever, or comment how you feel. What led to this 9/11 was a bunch of so-called adults with their temper tantrums and name calling and attitudes and judgmental ways and racist ways and all that anger. Eventually, man, it just builds and builds and then it spools up, and then bad decisions are made. Just like on here, it's the same thing. People put a comment, say something, boom, bang, then it goes left real quick. Do you believe that was caused by, chaos and just people fighting? Because what else is there? That just happened for no reason. I mean, I think that we looked at them a certain way. They looked at us a certain way. Other people, rather than just look at people to agree to disagree, say, all right, look at Kingston, man. F that dude. I don't like that dude. But you know what? He's over there. I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? No, like I'm over here, he's there. I don't have to worry about that. We don't have it that easy, man. Everybody just boom, and then the next thing you know, it's yeah, I need a soundboard.
That's what it is, a sound bar.
Yo, Mike
I
Ball
know.
has awesome music. He's got his own music over there. Yeah, I know Don DeMarco.
If I ever get too stressed, I always go to music and it always calms me down. So
Yeah. Yeah, music's the best.
Yo, read that, Kingston. Look, see y'all keep hyping Mike up. He's gonna turn tyrannical and try to hit us with. No, I think Mike seriously, man. He's a good dude. You don't find look, Lee Sand, how many? I don't talk that way about a lot of guys, man. I don't, anymore. Anyway, like it's hard to find. It's hard to find good people, man. That understand that things happen and they don't get involved. They mind their business, but they can stay respectful. I like that.
mm-hmm.
Oh, you did that? He plays guitar too? Damn. See, he's got a great show. I like Mike's show, man. Yes, you're right, Essie Johnson. I just want to say at the end, all the families, the victims, I think it was like 2,977. Yo, listen, Mike Ball, Black Hat Music is a hell of a guy, man. He's always been respectful. Even when at the worst, when people were whatever saying about me, this guy always had respect, and he doesn't get into no drama. He's a veteran. Thank you, sir, and a hell of a musician. Yo, Black Hat, you will like Mike's show. I think you will. You'll really like it. There's no drama. There's no people on the panel talking crap. There's none of that, man. It's really a show you can watch and enjoy. I strive to be that of a Mike Ball show. I'll be there one day. But you know what I did realize, Lisa Ann and Kingston? I got to say this, though, with a smile. Lisa Ann, for everybody talking about me, am I supposed to be flattered? I mean, how am I supposed to take that? Because I thought you just change the channel and just don't talk about it. Just move on. Like, Kingston, there has to be flattered. Should I wear this as a badge of, yeah, man, I'm the man?
I would. I would on my left shoulder. I would be like, "Damn, they can't keep my name out of their mouth." And they're always thinking about you. And then on the right shoulder, I would say, "Geez, I ain't even gonna address it."
Oh,
you know what?
To it.
Yeah, yo, Mike's really go over there, check him out. He's really got a great channel.
Exactly, Black Hat.
No, he don't, man. Black Hat, and that Black Hat, I don't do that because of people like you. When I see you contain yourself, yeah. Listen, I wear my heart on my sleeve. It's easy to tell sometimes what I'm feeling, but remember this: I'm always I am the first besides God, who I love. I am a student of Sun Tzu: appear weak when strong, strong when weak. So maybe when I could be stating some things today, and people say, "Oh, it's not worth it," maybe I'm doing it for a reason. I mean, look, strategy is what wins wars, right? Nah, we got mad love for you, bro. Mike's a good dude. Yeah, I would go out and see him, man, if I could ever, I can't travel anywhere now, but I would love to go see Mike. But with that being said, you know what time it is, Kingston. I got to go down there and get my old man situated.
Oh,
thank you, Steve. I appreciate it.
Why? What's it, around 10:30 or so now?
Yeah, man. I got to get him some food. And I want to watch Mike's show because I want to see what he's going to do. He's probably going to go nuts. There's so much to talk about. Hey, Mike,
Ball. Around 9/11 today, I'm sure.
I don't know if he's going to do that or the debate. Let me see what his show is. Yeah, I'll look it up.
What's popping today, Mike? What do you got?
Don't forget the earpiece.
Huh.
You know what I mean? I couldn't believe that.
Actually,
beat Black Dragon's on.
I got a little job interview later today at 2, so I got a couple hours to kill. I'll probably hop on Mike's show, watch it.
I'm taking your suit. What?
Can you go to Darby and deposit these $40 I have in my account?
Why, you need money?
I'm in a negative.
All right, I got you. All right.
Have a safe trip to Canada, bro.
Hold on. He's gonna be let's see what he's doing.
Yo, is your son's name Mike too, bro?
No, Salvatore.
Nice, I like it.
Hold on. I don't. Did he put it in the chat yet? Because I'm trying to find it. I don't know which one he's doing today.
Yeah, we had a good show though here today. That was cool.
Look, this one video he did, man's got friggin'
Oh, I got it.
almost
Let me
250,000.
copy link.
There's nothing.
250,000 dislikes.
It's on the debate.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Well,
I figured that.
I'm sure he'll probably slide some 9/11 in there.
Oh, Mike, you see, everyone's beating
Yeah.
me to the links today. Mike dropped it and then I dropped it.
You guys are fast, man. That's what's
I'm
up.
not used to my iPad. I have to wait till Friday to get my phone back from AT&T.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. They said I have to get a new phone, like with everything I have on there. I need to upgrade memory. So I've got 32 gigabytes, so I'm going to have to upgrade it more. There's one phone I'm looking at that's 64 gigabytes, so it's like almost double what I have. That will work better. It's causing the lagging to where I'm not answering the phones. Calls are not coming in. So
you'll like him.
What do you have? An iPhone or Google?
Oh, I won't do iPhone. I have Samsung.
Android,
yeah.
Yo, go get it. Oh, Black Hat has a channel too? I thought I'm subscribed to that already.
Hey, remember in the movie Half Baked where Dave Chappelle's trying to get some weed from the corner store and they're like, we don't know who you are, and he fucking shows them his black ass and they're like, oh, it's Black Ass. That's what reminds me when I see Black Hat. That's fine.
The landscaper's on a move today, bro.
Hope we had some good eyeballs in here today. It was a good show, good little chat.
Hey, man, you know, I think Black Hat, he knows me. Black Hat, I think you can agree that I've been the same dude since you met me. He's a good guy, man. He really is. He don't want no drama. Most of these people don't want drama. Yo, I don't want drama.
Like I was saying yesterday after Carlos hopped up, you know, like I think like other subscribers should try to hop up once in a while and just even if they pop up and say what up for 10 seconds, you know. I
invited Carlos back tomorrow because you know, and we got something we're going to talk about. And you could come, whoever, Lisa, whatever. But the thing is about like I want to talk about me and him and like because a lot of people don't know how much that. When my mom died, you know, he was one of the ones, Lisa Ann, you know, Kingston, you know, people hit me up, but, you know, we always talked. Even when we went through something and we weren't talking and something happened to my dad, he heard, he reached out. Like, we always had that, like, once a week talk. There's stuff that we had between us. And the thing is our relationship is not YouTube, man. It's, yo, Cologne, how's your son doing? How's your family, man? Talking about New York. You know, the MC world in New York, which he's versed in. You know, he did time. He knows a lot of good guys. Like, it doesn't always have to be you're friends with somebody that you're only friends with them as an ally to fight your battles on YouTube. It's not what it's about. So tomorrow's going to be Friday. We're going to talk about real friendships, man, and what they mean. And
tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Tomorrow's Friday, ain't it? It's Thursday.
No, tomorrow's Thursday.
Huh?
Well, Friday we're doing it. Tomorrow's Thursday, yeah. But Friday we're gonna do that. There you go. Look.
Lisa's confusing me.
Thank you, Black Hat. Thank you.
Yeah, I know you've been struggling with your mom, especially when you were sick. You called me, and I just feel so bad for you because I don't know what I would do if anything happened to my mom.
And Lisa Ann, I just want to say one last thing. You know, me saying whatever I said during the show, people think, oh, why are you even acknowledging or saying something? All I'm saying is, when you're not talking about people and they're constantly talking about you and somebody trying to sell a message on somebody and they're lying, it's just like, but I just don't understand why people can't see through certain things. But yet, with that being said, I never would tell somebody where to go, what to do. I don't care who you're friends with, as long as you're here respectful and trying to be positive. I really don't care. Nothing else matters to me, man. Like, you don't affect me in the real world. You know, I still got to be a caregiver to my father. I got to be a dad. I got to be a grandfather. I got to take care of a house. I got to do everything that all you guys do every day on the daily too. I don't look on YouTube all day. And I'll tell you, one thing I got to work on is being better with responding to comments and messages. Mm-hmm. Once Mike Ball schools me a little bit more. But I've never, ever disrespected anybody for no reason. Never.
Impossible to, you know, if you're a creator and you got freaking 50 messages and stuff to be able to, that's a full-time job, just replying to comments and stuff, bro. So I wouldn't get too, you know.
No, not that though. But you do owe it to, like Mike Ball always says, like the algorithm. hit that like button. But I think responding to comments, you owe it to your people, yourselves a little
Yeah.
bit more. But at the end of the day, just because I feel a certain way, I'm not going to do a whole show on people, mention names, and talk about shit that's going to be to where it takes up your whole show. No, it just sucks when you're being lied on, and you can't, no matter what, you can't really defend yourself. So, like Mike says, you got to eat it and move on. But I'm just letting you all know, look at my shows, look at my content. I've been the same dude since day one from the same video about family, honor, respect, loyalty, integrity. Be a fucking man. Stop being a bitch.
Hey,
Have
listen, real
some
quick.
respect. Don't be a
Yeah.
snitch. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be
JP.
out there and fucking put people in the fryer, do
Yeah.
whatever the hell you want, but don't be a damn liar. I mean, that's how I live my life. God first, family, then friends, in that order.
And
So,
like I'm saying, like with people's mouths, if you have a mouth, you could tell a
damn.
lie, but eyes can't. Eyes can't dictate a lie. So people could hear something, but what they see is you up here being you. So people can hear something. It's usually bullshit, but what they see is what I
Well,
see. So
the good thing is this is that, I've never been that in my life. I'm not going to start today for YouTube as being some kind of fake dude. Hi.
what's up, Kitty?
But I do want to say thank you to Reddit. Everybody supported me. Everybody that came here today. Lisa Ann, Kingston, Carlos, everybody in here, man. God bless to always. Go check Mike Ball out. Stay blessed, not stressed. Let God handle the rest. 11 o'clock, Mike Ball, Insane Wheels at youtube.com. Good content, good discussion, good reviews. And I like to call him my friend, a good friend. And he's proven that to me. He doesn't even realize it, but he's shown me already that he's a real dude. I'm telling you, Mike's a real one, man. Forget
Yeah,
the
it's nice
YouTube and
coming
all that shit.
across.
No,
Nice
he's a
coming
real
across.
one.
Yeah,
He's a real
good
one.
people.
He's a real one, man. He carries himself the right way, and
Yeah,
it's
everybody
really
hit the like button for sure.
smash that like button, man, for
Or hit
real.
the dislike button if you didn't like it
And
today.
listen,
It's still engagement if you hit the dislike
as
button.
much as I love you, mother chumpers, I gotta get going, man. The day goes on.